We all take photos. With our phones, with our cameras, heck, even our fridges can snap a picture these days. But have you ever looked at a professional photo and wondered, how did they make that look so good? The answer, my friends, is editing. Editing isn't about faking it, it's about taking what's already there and making it shine. Think of it like adding a filter to your favorite drink. It enhances the flavor you already love. In Photoshop, we can adjust light, color, and even reshape reality, just a bit. So, whether you're a total beginner or you've dabbled in editing before, get ready to unlock a whole new level of creativity. Let's dive into the world of Adobe Photoshop. Alright, let's open up Photoshop and get this party started. First things first, we need a photo to edit. Importing is super easy. Go to File in the top menu, then click Open. Find the photo you want to work on and hit that Open button one more time. Boom! Just like that, your photo is in Photoshop, ready for action. You'll see your photo in what we call the workspace. Think of this as your editing playground. Up top, you've got your toolbar with all sorts of cool tools. Don't worry, we'll break those down as we go. For now, just take a deep breath and let's move on to resizing. Size matters, especially when it comes to photos. Too big and your file will be slow and clunky. Too small and you'll lose quality when you try to print or share online. Luckily, resizing is a breeze in Photoshop. Go to Image in the top menu, then click Image Size. A little window pops up with all the size info. You can change the width, the height, even the resolution. Pro tip, keep that Constrained Proportions box checked. This makes sure your photo resizes evenly and doesn't get all stretched out. Once you've got the perfect size, hit OK and you're good to go. Want to transport your subject to a tropical beach? Or maybe just get rid of that distracting lamppost? Changing backgrounds is a classic Photoshop move, and it's easier than you think. The key is selecting your subject. Photoshop has a bunch of tools for this, but the Quick Selection tool is a great place to start. It's like a magic brush that automatically detects edges. Once you've outlined your subject, click Select and Mask at the top. This lets you fine-tune your selection and smooth out any rough edges. Then, just add a new layer with your desired background and voila! Background changed. Let's be real, we all get a blemish or two. Good thing Photoshop is like a magic eraser for your photos. The Spot Healing Brush tool is your new best friend for this. Find it in the toolbar. It looks like a little band-aid. Choose a brush size slightly larger than the blemish you want to remove. Then, just click on the blemish and watch it disappear. This tool is great for small imperfections, dust spots, even stray hairs. Just be careful not to overdo it. We want your subject to look naturally flawless, not plastic. Section 6, Frequency Separation, the retoucher's secret weapon. Alright, ready to level up your retouching game? Frequency separation is a pro technique that gives you ultimate control over skin texture and color. It sounds complicated, but stick with me. Basically, we're going to separate the photo into two layers, one for texture and one for color. This lets us smooth out skin without making it look blurry or fake. It involves a few steps, but there are tons of tutorials online to walk you through it. Trust me, once you master frequency separation, you'll be retouching like a pro in no time. Section 7. Color Me Corrected. Color is everything in photography. It sets the mood, evokes emotions, and can make or break your image. Luckily, Photoshop has powerful tools to help you get the colors just right. Levels and curves are your go-to adjustments for basic color correction. They let you control the brightness, contrast, and tonal range of your image. Think of it like fine-tuning the volume on each color channel. Don't be afraid to experiment. Play around with the sliders and see what looks best for your photo. Remember, the goal is to create a balanced and visually appealing image. Section 8. Grading for glory. Color correction is all about fixing issues and getting your colors accurate. Color grading, on the other hand, is where you add your own creative flair. It's like adding a filter, but with way more control. There are endless possibilities with color grading. You can create a warm, vintage feel, a cool, cinematic look, or anything in between. Experiment with different adjustment layers like color balance, hue, saturation, and photo filter. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. It's all about developing your own style and creating images that reflect your vision. Section 9. sharing your masterpiece. You've poured your heart and soul into editing this photo, now it's time to share it with the world. But before you do, you need to export it properly. Go back to File in the top menu and choose Export then Export As. This gives you a bunch of options for file type, quality, and size. For sharing online, a JPEG is usually best. Make sure to choose a file size that's big enough to look good, but not so big that it takes forever to upload. Once you're happy with the settings, hit export and get ready to wow your followers with your amazing editing skills.